Señora del Camino, muéstrame la vía para llegar al Padre, al lado de tu Hijo.
Well, hello everyone. An early podcast today. I'm in Hornillos del Camino, which is 21 kilometres from Burgos. So a shorter day today, back on with the 30k days tomorrow. It's just the way things fall. So it was a good run, and I'm safely arrived, and I got here about 20 past 10. Set off about 8, but the timings don't matter because another day it could be a lot slower. So I'm purposely not doing Strava. For those of you who use Strava or know that I'm on Strava, you'll notice that I haven't put any of this on, and I'm not counting any days, I'm not looking at any times, because each day it's not about that. The running is great because it's a way of praying and a challenge. But it's about being a pilgrim, it's about being a palmer, and it's about asking the Lord to help me on the way. So I'm sat here by the church, which isn't open, but I think there may be mass later. I'm not totally sure. It says there is, but I'll need to check. But I'm across from Bar Casa Manola, and as I arrived, and playing Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Heart, just having Eye of the Tiger and some other heavy rock, which is a brilliant juxtaposition in the middle of this tiny little village on the Meseta, which, like I said yesterday, is like a desert area. And here we are. So I'm going to go and get a coffee later and maybe say hello to the person who owns it and say, I remember all these songs from the 80s. Perhaps he's the same age from me. Perhaps he's bought all the same singles. Anyway, or she, I don't know. So anyway, let me see. So last night, I had a lovely chat with a pilgrim called Walter. He may well be listening to these podcasts now. And if you are, Walter, that was lovely to be able to chat with you. I may see you once more today because you were coming here today. Really interesting, friendly, humble, man. I'm sure lots and lots of other stories. Baseball, I'm sure he was a very good baseball player. He wasn't saying that, but he got his scholarship to college through his baseball, and was talking about his son, and so we had a really good conversation, and that was a great privilege. And met some other people in the kitchen of the albergue last night. Goodness me, I mean, being in the big city of Burgos, I went to bed about 9:30. I woke up about 5:15, and the parties were still going on. Somebody came. But the difference about the hostels in a big town city is not everybody's going to be a pilgrim. People are there for overnight, and I'm supposed to go into parties. So I thought there was nobody in the bunk above me. About 9:30, and this head torch came on, and then he was putting his stuff on there. And when I was leaving the dorm at 6 o'clock, 6:15 this morning, the bag was there, but I don't think he got back from partying yet. So I remember that before from the Camino at the weekends, when it was lighter setting off, you could set off earlier, you met people on the way back home. So there you go. I thought they had a good time. Big celebrations for El Cid, who is buried in Burgos Cathedral. Sorry, I can't give you lots more history on that. It's not that sort of podcast. It's a bit like I'm taking pictures. Went through one little village today. I took some pictures. Oh my goodness, it took so much trouble to do murals, beautiful pictures. One of the Good Samaritan, but the Camino. I've just seen, and now that's definitely the chap who's just come out, who owns the bar. He's just come out to have a cigarette, and judging by his t-shirt and that waistcoat, he's definitely into heavy rock, and he's choosing the music this morning. So yeah, brilliant. Oh yeah, I can't see what he's got on the back yet. could be Motorhead. I'll need to check. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So I was doing that. So this morning I got up early. A few people had the same idea. There were 10 of us in the room. It was single-sex dormitories in Burgos, and one toilet. And the toilet paper had run out. It ran out on me. I was just about okay. But so that's a bit of a reminder why you should always carry some in your bag. I said that to somebody once as advice, and they took all the toilet paper. Sorry to be a bit basic, but there are all these considerations on the Camino. Anyway, so I had some breakfast, said my prayers there, and I was really happy that the cathedral was open just a little bit earlier than 8 o'clock, so I could go into the chapel I'd been praying in yesterday to say a prayer and then set off. Always glad to get out of the cities. Finding your way out of the cities is not easy. They do their best to mark things out, but it's busy, and there's, and also the temptation to stay in the big city. I think that's always been the thing for pilgrims. I'm sure it was for medieval pilgrims, to get distracted by the bright lights and to forget that we're pilgrims. There will be some people taking the bus from Burgos to Leon. Well, I don't know the full story, and for them, that may be the difference between them being able to do the Camino or not. But the thing is to be making the journey. You could see how some people, if they were struggling, there could be a real temptation to say, right, okay, maybe they need to stop. Well, I've had to do that once when I broke my foot. But you can see it felt good to get away from it. Sounds strange, but it was lovely there. But then, to be away and back very definitely on the Camino without the distractions, apart from the heavy rock, as you do. And then just as I was coming over there, there's a small hill. It's very flat, most of it. I saw a chap, said hello, and I stopped to take a picture. And I said, how are you doing? And said, where are you from? He said, Yorkshire. I said, oh, I'm from Lancashire. So I said, we've come all the way here. He said, I've not seen many English people. I said, no, I haven't seen many, but there are some. So a lot of South Koreans. There's another South Korean just coming up at the moment. Terrific, which is brilliant. People from all around the world come on the Camino. So today will be the last day that I'm with Michael. I've just noticed a cross on top of the hill over there. I'll try and take a picture of that, just over the rooftop. That chap's coming here for the municipal albergue. If you come, you've got to get there early if you're going to get that, because you queue up, and lots of places are full. So he's safely arrived. He's going to get a bed, definitely. There's a cross on top of the hill. That's great. So last time I see Michael today, he will be doing different distances, but it's been great to be with him, and who knows who we'll meet next. So we'll see how the day unfolds, and I'll keep you in my prayers. Señor del Camino, pray for us.
I just can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy, and I don't believe it's brought me this far to leave.